That is a white cucumber. Well, it's more of a golden brown cucumber right now, but it's technically called a white cucumber, and I let it go too long. It's gone to seed. I've never grown these, so I'm not sure what the inside looks like once they reach this stage. See, I don't even know if these are good to eat at this stage, but we're gonna taste it. You and me right here, we're gonna taste it. And we're gonna see what those seeds look like. I'm gonna twist it open. Oh. I'm not sure if I let it go long enough. I guess those seeds are, oh man. Can you smell that? That smells really cucumbery. Woo! I'm gonna taste a little bit just to see if can it still be eaten. It's not bad. It's not that fresh flavor that you would get in a small cucumber, like harvesting when they're just the right size, but you could still eat that. But I'm gonna take those seeds inside. I'll probably feed the rest of this to one of my animals, chickens, rabbits, horses, somebody. And I'm gonna take those seeds and dry them out so that I can save the seeds for later. Oh, that's my horse barn. Sure, I'd love to take you around. I've made a lot of progress on this horse barn. It may not look like a lot, but considering it's been mostly me, and then occasionally I have my wife's help or a kid's help, I feel like I've done pretty well on this. All these posts, this one and all of them on the back row and the one corner down here. So all four corners and the back row have been leveled up and braced so that I can start putting the horizontal braces on. I still haven't decided what I'm putting in the hole, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just what they call 3/4 crush. It's like gravel, but it's the size of dust all the way up to 3/4 inch. And that way it packs in and gets hard. It gets almost as hard as concrete, but when the ground shifts, it gives way just a little bit so that it doesn't heave, because the solid mass of concrete on the bottom of a post, when the clay gets wet and pushes up against it, all that surface area becomes something for the moist heaving clay to push against, and the building can actually move more with the concrete than without. My daughter and I were out here last night for about 3 hours, all the way until dark, putting these on here and making sure they were nice and level, and same spacing from here, the top and bottom down there on every post. So this is all nice and level and squared up too. We made sure that the diagonals from the corner post were exactly the same. So this barn is square. These little 90-degree pieces that I made on the early stages of getting this building lined up have served their purpose, so I've been taking them apart. I put them together with screws, and then I'm using the 4-foot 2x4s to use as braces to help keep everything straight until I can get those holes filled in. These 6x6 posts on the front, I've already mentioned this several times, maybe on video, but definitely in social media, Facebook and whatnot. Those are heavy. Those are 16 feet long, 6x6 posts, and without this little tractor, I'd never be able to pull them out of the hole and reset them. The reason I have to reset some of them is that my holes didn't necessarily get drilled exactly in the right place. So in some cases, I've had to come over here and shave a portion of the hole out to make sure that post sits directly in the right place. I have my high visibility string tied on from front to front now. That gives me a line to line up the front of all these posts. Probably some of these holes I'll have to shave out so they can sit right on there without pushing against that string. So I have these front 4 posts to line up, and this one here, the hole that I didn't get dug earlier, I need to get that hole dug and get that post set. Hopefully by June 1st, we'll be able to have this horse barn up and running. We still have a fence to build across here, but I think the fence is gonna go pretty fast as long as we can get a machine out here to drill those holes for us. I started the last video with a picture of some feathers, and I said that another chicken got taken. Well, we're having quite the challenge right now, and one of our most famous chickens recently got taken. I say one of our most famous chickens because most of you have expressed interest in Miss Martha. Somewhere along the line I showed a picture of Miss Martha. That was one of our light Brahmas, and yeah, she was our latest victim. This pile of feathers here shows where the coyote came in and snatched her, and we were able to follow a trail of feathers out to see where that coyote is coming and going. He went right through these trees right here. We could follow feathers. The wind's been blowing, so a lot of the feathers are gone, but we can follow them through here. There's a few of them right there. And then we could see feathers coming right through here, going underneath the fence right there. The chickens have been spending a lot more time indoors lately in their coop with the door closed until we can get things sorted out. I do have plans to build a better fence around the chicken run area to give them more time out of the coop, but still in a protected area. If all goes well, this goat/chicken run here will be expanded by about 10 feet, and I'll have a new fence going right down here. That new fence should be tall enough that the chickens are discouraged to jump over it. Part of the problem with this fence that we have right now is that as soon as we let the chickens into the chicken and goat run, half of them jump right over the fence and go into the yard. So for now, they get to enjoy the coop. That was a good one. My apologies for missing the Monday meetups video this past Monday. I actually had one prepared, but the problem was Jared from J&J Acres.
Hey Blake, old buddy, old pal.
He was the subject of this video. He did a great job just talking about some of the wisdom that he's learned over the years, but his energy compared to the energy of my intro didn't match up, and I just couldn't let it go. So I'm going to reshoot that and get Jared out on this coming Monday, hopefully. Since we're in the garden, I'll go ahead and show you a few things. The potatoes in this bag, they're pretty near ready to harvest. I'll be getting those out of that bag real soon. The sweet potatoes are just taking off. I look forward to that harvest later this year. Most of the sweet potatoes are doing really well. We have one here that's turning kind of yellow. The green beans continue to produce loads and loads of beans, and they taste absolutely wonderful. The tomatoes are getting larger. The plants are getting fuller. My carrots are ready to harvest. It's way past time to get all those onions out. And I really need to get these tomatoes staked up. I got to use these stakes with some string and get those tomatoes supported. How's that for a super quick garden update at the end of a video? Hey, I really appreciate you spending this time with me. I really do. This channel, this Daddykirbs Farm story and journey really wouldn't mean anything without you. So thank you for being here with me. If you would subscribe, if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey Maggie.